Hello, this is Evan Zucker. I'm here to give a quick demonstration of how to use my SignalR tree sharing application. So first off, what you want to do is enter your username in order to connect. So you have to press connect. It might take a moment. But yeah, and on startup, your tree is updated. So because no one else is online, we don't actually get a tree. The tree isn't actually stored in the server. It's stored locally on each individual client's computer, and then any time you try to connect, it will make sure that you have the latest version of the tree found from someone else. So yeah, so first off, to start, we can just start creating some nodes. So let's say Mike is one of them. All you have to do is type Mike into content, and if it's a root node, you don't have to enter a parent ID. If you do enter a parent ID, since there's no nodes yet, so if I try to add this node, it'll simply be a root node. It won't actually have a parent. But then if I tried to, say, give this a child node, let's call it Mary, we need to make sure to check for updates to the server to see if the tree's been updated before we add a node. That's something you need to do before you do any of these things, because if you try to add a node without updating it, you could potentially screw up and get desynchronized with the other trees. So now that we've updated, we can add the node. And there we go. So we have Mike and Mary on the tree. So yeah, like I said, you can either put no node at all, and then we'll have to update the tree first. There we go. So yeah, adding node is fairly simple. You just need to make sure to update the tree and then add it. So I'll go ahead and add just a couple of nodes here just to make the tree look a little more alive. We'll give Donnie his son Jake. We updated? Yes. So now what we can also do is, once we've added all our nodes, we can display tree, and that will go ahead and show us in order, in the ID number order, all of our nodes in the tree. Okay, and now you'll notice too, if I don't have anything written in the content, you won't be able to add a node, you won't be able to change a node, and you won't be able to find a node by content. Finding a node by content, I should mention that it's pretty easy. Just simply type in the name. This is just a local function, so it won't actually change anything on the server. You just get an ID number out, and it'll tell you what you're looking for. It'll give you the ID and everything. So yeah, in order to now change a node, which is what we're going to do next, we have to have entered a name. So let's say if we're going to change Donnie's name, we'll change it to Daniel. He doesn't like being called Donnie. And now if we didn't have a proper ID number entered, and we update the tree and tried to change it, it'll tell us that we don't have a valid node entered. So what we want to do is make sure our Donnie's ID is number 4. So now that we have that done, we can change the node, and it should be Daniel now instead. If we look at the tree, we'll notice, yes, indeed, it's Daniel, and that's all good. So the last function is delete a node. So simple as it sounds, you basically have to just enter the ID. But keep in mind, if you do delete a node, so if in this case we'll be deleting Mike, it will delete the whole branch. So any of the child nodes will be deleted as well. So in this case, if we delete Mike, need to update the tree first, and then we can delete them. Node and branch deleted. So now we'll see only have these 3 left. And additionally, each time, in order to maintain synchronicity between each of the individual local clients and make sure that their trees aren't messed up, we have it so it refactors the ID numbers every time then. So now it's back just a simple 1, 2, 3, and it always, there won't be too crazy with ID numbers. So yeah, that's basically it, and that's how to use my SignalR tree sharing application.